Finally, after months of waiting, the Xbox July event has taken place, and with it we got a new campaign demo for Halo Infinite. Let's take a look and dive into the world of Halo. What's going on, Crows? Scarecrow here, and before we get into the video, leave a comment down below. What did you think about the Halo Infinite demo? My answer will be in the comments as well. Alright guys, before this event our Infinite information was quite limited. We knew that Chief was back and that Brohammer would be playing his sidekick. But beyond that, not much information was released. All of that changed yesterday as the window into Halo Infinite was finally opened. From open world to a new antagonist, let's start breaking down these videos. First, let's take a look at the new open world. When Halo Combat Evolved launched, it was to the fans' surprise that the game was full of levels that felt quite large. But since 343 has taken over, the levels have become quite linear. With Halo Infinite, we have once again stepped out of the narrow box and back into a large Halo ring. In the demo, we get to see a piece of what we can expect when the player opens up his map, revealing a large-scale environment. Finally, a Halo game that is going to take advantage of Halo's vehicle sandbox. One thing that is worth noticing though is that a lot of the environment is split into areas, as they are sanctioned off by large pits, at least around the time the demo took place. The player hops into a Warthog and begins to show off the beautiful world, filled with loads of wildlife and enemies. Just like previous Halos, Halo Infinite seems to have quite a library of weapons. While we do see a return of some of our favorites like the classic Halo Battle Rifle, we also get to see new additions. The guns that are carried over from previous titles are the Halo Reach Assault Rifle, the Halo 2/3 Battle Rifle, the Plasma Pistol, Energy Sword, and the Needler. At least that's what was showed in this demo. The new weapons that were revealed were the Pulse Carbine, the Mangler, Ravager, Commando, Sidekick, and the Bulldog. One thing that has not sat right with the community comes from a post made by 343. In this post, it claims that the Bulldog will be replacing the classic Halo shotgun. While I did enjoy what I saw of the Bulldog, the thought of it being a multiplayer is a bit unsettling. This also has me wondering if the Magnum and the Carbine have been replaced. Now let's take a look at the enemies that we will be facing off against. While it was recently revealed that we would be taking on the Banished, we finally get to see it in action. If you are a fan of previous Halo campaigns, you'll be delighted to know that the enemy variants are really starting to take on a classic appearance. The enemies revealed in this demo were the Brutes, Elites, Grunts, and Jackals. I kind of thought I saw a Skirmisher, but rewatching the video, I'm not quite sure. They look quite similar to Jackals to me. The Brutes definitely are fueled by rage like in the previous games. After taking a few shots, the Brute dropped his gun and ran at Chief with a sprint. I also noticed that the player shot the Brute in the legs a few times and was able to make the Brute stumble. Can we be possibly seeing a new injury mechanic added into the game? It was nice to see that the enemies reacting with each other again. We get to hear some of the combat dialogue, and also at one point a Brute chuts a grunt and states, "For the Banished." Oh man, I really missed the Brutes. During the demo, it was quite obvious that there was no shortage of enemies. During the whole duration, the player must have taken on like 50 enemies, and the battles were quite unique. There were points of the battle where grunts came flying through the air like a Mandalorian. At the end of the demo, we got to see the main antagonist of the story, War Chief Eshkera. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I really like the personality of this Brute. You can just tell he has fun in taking on a worthy opponent, something we really haven't seen in previous Halos. The weapons aren't the only artillery that Chief has up his sleeve. Halo 3 introduced a new mechanic called Equipment, which was an item that the player would pick up that would give the player some kind of advantage, but was only good for one use. Halo Infinite seems to have a similar mechanic. While in midst of combat, the player picks up a drop wall. which quite resembles a bubble shield, but only protects you on one side. And the player who has control of the bubble shield, who's on the inside, is able to shoot through it, but the ones on the outside are unable to penetrate it. Just like modern Halos, it does appear that the Spartan abilities are returning. We get to see the player sprint, slide, clamber, and even a new addition is the grappling hook. It does appear, however, that when a player picks up an equipment item, the grapple shot is hidden. But I do imagine that you can switch back to the grapple shot by the press of a button. However, it was not shown in the demo. Fusion coils are now wieldable. This allows the players to project the coil towards an enemy and it explodes on impact. Also, this demo only shows what we can expect in the campaign. The abilities may not be in multiplayer. Grenades were also shown in this demo. We got to see frag grenades, plasma grenades, spike grenades, and an all-new grenade that I am calling the energy grenade. This grenade seems to stun the enemies that it touches. A bit more information has been revealed as well. Brawlhammer will be voiced by Nicholas Roy. Warthogs can still be driven once a tire is destroyed. Upgrades can be seen next to the TAC map. 343 does specify there is no leveling system, but the player will find items as they explore. A few options can be displayed while hovering over an objective on the TAC map, such as mission difficulty and 3 other items that we don't quite get information about. One looks like a chest, one has a star symbol which I thought was its P, and also a mobile device looking symbol. It is unclear what they are, but I'm excited to learn more about it. Weapons will now display a description while the player is over the weapon. Lastly, we can see Chief using an objective finder at one point in the demo. While this is a big part of what we saw yesterday, the community is still digging deep for more information. As soon as more information is released, I will make a video and update everyone. I also saw someone mention a possible multiplayer reveal next month, but I haven't seen 343 themselves mention it. Comment down below what new weapon you are most excited for. I think this will be the perfect time to end the video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you can be one of the first to know exactly when we upload. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button as it allows us to know what content you, the community, want to see. And like always guys, God bless and don't forget to wife.